Kind of interesting that I'm making it back to back. Of course, the time that I'm posting this video is going to be a little bit later in the afternoon because it's going to be during the time that I'm heading towards work. But hearing basically how Pokemon Champions is basically coming up at around 11 p.m. today, I think. Or I don't know if they're basically saying 11 p.m. at 8 tomorrow, which it would be cool if it was, because that means on Wednesday we're going to have some Pokemon Champion content. And that also means that I can also see some of the mechanics so far. Based on what I'm hearing and based on the list, I'm still kind of sad that I still don't see it the Mile, and that pisses me off. But I'm okay with it. If it's something that is going to be added later on in the game, I can be patient, because patience is a virtue. And sometimes good things happen to those that wait. If you like the content so far, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. As I'm going to throw a 3 sweet battle patch right now. One with an online battle, the other one with our friend Widget, and finally one with lScholar as a one fun little throwdown for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Depending how the game is going to be played out on the 6v6, because honestly I do enjoy myself some 6v6. If it's kind of lackluster, we might be still going back into Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, but regardless of that, let's not dilly-daddle any longer. Let's jump into the fight. So welcome back once more to... So funny enough, I got tired of jumping in on random link battles and decided to basically jump in OU. Because right now, I don't feel like holding any punches. It's been a long week. I haven't played in a few games. And honestly, it's always fun to, you know, get my senses a bit sharpened up. So we're gonna go in for the battle. Mr. Kiren, sir, I say to you, good luck and bring it on. Alrighty, let's get ready to battle. So there's a few things that I've kind of been trying to work with. One is the way I could kind of communicate with you guys. So we see that right now that Kiren start with the scissor, as right now I started in with Alfred to battle. As I start and throw in the Psychic Surge, bringing in the Hospitality. Of course, this matchup is not good enough for me, and I'm gonna basically am going to run for it. As of course, I don't expect the hat to survive the next hit, but honestly, I don't really have much use for the hat except for one job, to take a hit. So Mess Hat to battle. At this point, hopefully he won't go for anything too stupid. As he goes for the U-turn, basically this works out valuably as the eject button basically goes in, somehow denying the effect of the U-turn. So with that being said, I am going to stay in and swap in for Pepito. I'm gonna go in for the hype and put in all the flex and muscles that I need to destroy the opposition. Of course, that's not really what I would like to do, but of course I am aiming for that W. So I am pushing in forward because I see a path towards victory. Because honestly, this team, the more you see it, the more you understand it. It has basically a few paths of victory. It's basically if you jump in automatically with the next move. As we see right now that Kiren jumps in with the Cerulege. As right now I go in for the Sword Dance. Sharpening my muscles by 2 stages. I'm going to go right now for the Acrobatics. As right now with full power I put him in Sash. Of course it survives it. But the question is it weak armor? Of course it is. With defensive pop it off and speed boosting up, it goes for the Portuguese, but I guess you forgot that I used it on the Psychic Seed a little while ago. But the question is now, are you stronger than me? You're about to get shot, sir. Because to underestimate Pepito's speed, it is unheard of. As with the Throat Chop connecting, Cerulege goes down. Honestly, most people underestimate the unburden that it is the Pepito, but honestly, Halucha is awesome. You'd be surprised how much you can get away with it with just a sword stance and then everything else in between. So with the acrobatics going in through, smacking into Sneasler. But of course, it is also Sash. So it survives for one more day as Dark Law goes in, poisoning me, I believe. because I honestly, that's mostly what I see Dark Clouds do. And now Pepito is poisoned, but the thing is though, when he is poisoned, Pepito starts flexing the more. So one more acrobatics and let's go landed, as right now Pepito still believes in the hype. But then again, for some reason, the lScholar gets the speed advantage. Interesting per se. That sucks for me. So at this point, I'm gonna have to basically jump in with the hype, which is the pots. Because at this point, I have nothing really too fast enough to take in this cute little monstrosity that is the lScholar, and I need more speed. Hopefully won't go for the poison as our acrobatic goes in. The pots tanks on it nicely and gets also weak armor as I double in my speed right now, and I then shell smash. So right now I'm at +3 in speed, which I do not understand the math for it. I'm at +2 in special attack and attack. So at this point my orbital laser is at full power, and I still have weirdness in the field, so I don't have to worry about priority. I do not need to show all my cool tricks, but oh my god, it was still faster than me? Are you kidding me? Alright. Alright. Darn, that's crazy. Fine. So, that is the name of the game. I'm basically gonna have to go for it and bring it out for it. This thing is surviving most of the hits, which I am big time surprised, but more surprised is how speedy me at best. So either it's already at advertent, acrobatic goes through, putting me in the red, and I gotta tell the sword to basically shine off as we take down the lScholar. Oh my goodness, I underestimated the thing at that one point because I could have gone for the attack and not had to worry about most of it. But in regards to that, the darn bug is here. We're gonna have to shoo it away, but I don't want to swap and sacrifice the damage as bullet punch goes through. Psychic terrain basically telling our guests we cannot have priority on this field as I go in with an expanded force, putting him in the orange. All I basically have to do is go for another expanding force, but he basically has the quick claw. Okay, interesting. Alfred goes down. As you know, the sir has a claw that basically told him I can go first, and basically pops up letting me know that he could get away with it. Alrighty, sir, you have my attention. And right now, Nika, which I wonder if it's the sun god, we are gonna have to jump in and do some things. I do not remember if I Terra, so at this point, I'm gonna have to let hacks go in. And I really need to let hacks go in because at this point I'm gonna have to put some hype into it. Oh no, it's the ground! It's not the... Aw, dude, I honestly thought I had the water. But it's alright, because at this point I don't need any type of distraction like being weak to bug. And put some hype into it and let myself turn myself with the bow cut. Because I do need a bow cut in my head, of course a bit earthy. I'll become a pure terrorized Earth type, and right now we're gonna hack, chop, and slice, which at this point it cracks me the heck up. This thing is slow. It's slower than me. I thought it was faster than me. I honestly think that thing is actually faster than me. But either way, I do hack, chop, and slice, hacking my life in half. But then again, getting a citrus berry, putting myself in 3/4 as quiver dance goes through. Now the beauty of it is that in this situation, I would have been in trouble because you know, speed advantage, all that junk, scenario. But the fact that he did not do that basically tells me one final thing. I am gonna be twice faster than you, and I'm basically gonna be able to slash you with a +2 aqua cutter. But regardless of that, I see that you're about to put yourself in some hype. Now the question is it gonna be something that will resist my dear water? And of course it is. It's water itself. With the fountain on his head, it terrestrialized into pure water. Sad per se, I would have loved to go for the extra damage, but oh my god, even with a boosted ×2, it survives it, and it Terra Blasts me to boot. Oh god, my beautiful fish goes down. Regardless of the fact that I let it away, I and getting destroyed. I wish I would have been water. It would have changed a lot of the scenario. But, you know, I'm gonna have to bite my tongue and push on through as we bring it into March. Honestly, at this point, I'm about to name this cruise a chance, because this is basically a chance if Population Bomb is gonna go first. But it goes for the Giga Drain. I could have gone for the Tidy Up. But with White Lens, now the question is, can I land the Population Bomb? We do go in, landing in one, landing in twice, taking down the Volcarona. So, okay. I'm at a little bit of damage with the mouse. I'm at a little bit of damage with the hat. And I still got a bit of a crew to bring in. And I screwed myself over by not letting myself keep the Terra. So I'm gonna have to make a chance happen. And honestly, the March are the chance as Population Bomb goes in now. Landing in for 1, landing in for twice, landing in for 3, landing in for 4. With 4 simple hits, no tidy up needed. The Marches goes in and takes down the Gallade. Like I said, there are a chance. Most of the time you do not want to survive that. And I do want to survive that because I want to go in for the win and I do want to take the W. That's another Population Bomb will really benefit me. Honestly, if the Greninja is not a Bond Spirit, it would suck. As basically Dark Pulse goes in first. I survived it, but I flinched! Oh no! Oh god, man. My boys are a chance. They were about to bring a comeback, but sadly Dark Pulse goes in once more and I go down. That's all up to the Hats. Honestly, I do not like when the Hats is the last one standing because she only has one job and it only is to take a hit. That's all is her job. Her job is very simple. It's very simple. It's not that hard to understand. But I'm gonna have to basically go for it. As it goes for another Dark Pulse. I survive it nicely. Draining Kiss goes in. Super effective. Taking down the Greninja. But the job is still once. And there's one thing that she still has to do. She has to take a hit. She needs to take one more hit and hopefully take the game. Oh god. Darn it, the scissor comes in. I just like to see the scissor in. I honestly am gonna have to bank that it doesn't have a steel move that is Bullet Punch or Iron Head. If it goes for the Bullet Punch, I win. If it goes for the Iron Head, I lose. If it goes for the Bug move, Mystical Fire, come on, Hats. I need you to survive. Oh wait, no, I forgot. The weird thing is gone, but I am bulky, and Mystical Fire goes in, and the sister goes down, and the Hat takes the game. Let's go! Her job was fulfilled. She did take a hit, and we do take the game. Kiren, good games, my friend. Good games. Widget, for the record, guys, this is round 4 with him and I. We had another one, but in the midst of the hype, I forgot to press the start button on your recording device. Look, I'm a half editor. Like, dude, this blows that I have to juggle multiple things at once. But we're fighting once more, and of course we're going in OU style this time. So my friend here says something kind of interesting. He said, because I told him basically it's the same thing but OU. So he's like, oh, will knowing be a disadvantage? Well, good sir, if I were to expect that most of everyone would see that my team is similar and knowing already plans to counter it, will it be on my disadvantage? I say, do you give my boys so little credit? Bring it on, my boy. I'm gonna show you how strong my guys are. Even with my opponent knowing. Cause to you, good sir, I say let's get ready to battle. Now here's the thing. Even though it operates differently, it still is the same thing. So with that being said, he already knows exactly what I'm gonna go with first. Of course, I'm not too shy to hide it. Of course, I'm trying to bring hospitality into the menu as I get intimidated for my kindness, but regardless of that, we're gonna have to go for a bit of a run, as at this point I do have the actual build corrected this time, because the whole idea is, in a situation like this, I bring in Miss Hat. She basically is gonna get hit, but the idea was that she was supposed to get hit by the eject button, which is not happening, so I'm basically gonna have to go for the nuzzle. I don't like it, but I'm gonna get basically Flare Blitz into Oblivion, and with that, the hat goes down. Normally, that's basically the plan every time I go with that idea in mind, but let's push it a little bit. So here's the thing, I'm already dealing with a cat that hits hard. So what is the best way to hit a fast moving cat? And I say he's bringing the pots. So let's bring in pots to battle. Time to tell him to chill out, as I'm gonna go in with a shell smash. I am about to gain some speed, and if he goes for the attack, that will be nice and dandy, because I don't really want to get hurt by any other moves that is not the obvious. So right now he ends up swapping in and bringing in nighttime to battle, as we see the Dragonite on the field, as I end up hitting my shell smash, lowering my defenses a little bit, but gaining power in return. So I get a +2 in attack, special attack, and speed, but it's not enough to take down the dragon. So we're going to right now go for Orbital Laser Restore Power, put him in the yellow as Skill Shot goes through. Oh no, it's one of them. Oh god, so Orbital Laser is not going to be able to do enough to take down the Dragon Knight, but beyond that, Skill Shot is going to be enough to take down the pots. Of course, multi-attacks are always ready to take down the weak armor version of the pots, but it is to be expected. At this point, the Dragonite basically gets a drop in defenses as he gets a rising speed. I have nothing to outspeed him, so there's only one thing to do, and it is bringing my boy Pepito to battle. My lScholar ready and airborne to battle. It is the way out. We're about to go slay a dragon, as right now with the Psychic Seed, popping my Albertan ready to do some awesome acrobatic attacks. We're about to fly to the rescue and hitting my boy with a acrobatics. Take down the Dragonite. Of course, if I didn't do that now, at this point I was gonna get hit by another skill shot, and that basically would have spelled my doom. I had to nip it in the bud, but that does not mean that the game is over yet, as Toxic Pinata comes in. Oh my god, it's the Glamora. I do not like seeing him here, but at the same time, I can't afford to do for a switch, so I'm gonna have to get ready and go for the sword stance. At this point, I'm gonna have to go for the hard-hitting moves that I have available, and that is close combat. With my boy Pepito still airborne, he's basically flexing in the air with the sword stance, getting a +2 in attack. And I'm basically gonna have to go with that as momentum goes in. Interesting. So it's a momentum set, so I didn't have to worry about going for the debris, and my attack's still in neutral, but I get some other drops that I was not paying attention of. So regardless of that, the Glamora goes down. That's basically placed in my favor, as I did not have to worry about bringing any poison to the field. But that doesn't change the fact that my boy still has an Incineroar. Oh my god, he lowered my attack, but at this point I'd rather go for the damage, as I'm gonna go in for the close combat. Hitting the Incineroar and putting him in the red. Sadly not enough to take him down, as my defense gets dropped a little bit more as Flare Blitz goes in, taking down my Pepito, but at this time we're going blow for blow, and you know what? I dig it. The Incineroar gets recoiled back and goes down as well. I don't have to worry about no more Intimidates, because Hax is coming in clutch as always. But the fact is, I do not have fields ready. So for the time being, I'm saying I'm gonna go for it. I think Psychic Terrain is gonna be gone soon, and I do not know what other things he has that can basically hurt me. At this point, he has the dog out. He's basically poison fighting, so I can basically go for a regular Psycho Cut. I don't really have to worry about doing that much damage, but instead he's about to go put in some hype and turn it into pure dark. At this point, I can't hurt him with the original plan. And with that, my Psycho Cut basically goes through. I won't be able to do that much damage, and he basically gonna hit me with a bulk up. Not good for me. I am basically gonna have to do this, do the same and return the favor. So let's see. I do not know if he has a dark move, and to be fair, I can dig it. So I'm gonna take this as a chance and say run for the hills, as I'm gonna bring in Hacks back and bring in the March, because at this point I'm gonna have to take this guy down one way or another, and it's basically gonna have to be with a bit of math. But other than that, Ogie goes in, going for the knockoff, enough to take me down. So I guess I'm gonna have to switch strategies, and it was probably the best idea I can come up with. So let's go, Alfred. Let's go for battle, and let's do the following. I'm not gonna be able to hurt him in the other way that I wanted to. So I say let's put some hype into it. So normally Alfred does not... Here's the thing about Alfred. Alfred does not like what he's about to do now. This is something that May has to do. But this time Alfred's going to have to step up and do it, because we're about to put some hype and terrestrialize it to pure fairy. So my boy does not like the heart on his head, but see that? He's not really interested, because he already knows what time it is, and he does not like it. So at this point, I'm going to go in and boosted Dazzling Gleam, hurting the Ogie Dogie and put him in the red, as he's gonna go for a boosted knockoff, hitting my Alfred, and enough to take him down. I call BS. I call BS! Oh my god! It was able to do that much damage to take down. Oh my god, I call BS. But regardless of that, Alfred needed to do what he needed to do. So at this point, we're gonna go bring in Hacks to battle. And the thing is, though, Aqua Cutter's gonna have to do enough to take him down, otherwise I am screwed. So with Mojo Dojo, or the doggo, it basically goes down. I am now a bit of a small tangent, and the thing is, though, will I be able to do enough damage to take him down with the next hit? And that is the question, which is not gonna happen, because I'm basically gonna get hit with a Shadow Ball, as I'm gonna go with a Psycho Cutter, as Shadow Ball goes in, hit it in my fish, and sadly I go down. Not enough to take down the Widget. It was a good fight, my boy, good fight indeed. But sadly I was not able to get the victory, but next time I got you, my man, next time I will. Pokemon Champions being basically a day away. Most people saying that it's going to be around 11 p.m. at night. I'm going to basically throw one more down for good old Pokemon, because I'm basically going to be at work during that time, which sucks. But anyway, lScholar, my man, it's been a minute. Of course, you will bring the hard counter to this team, which honestly, I do like a good challenge. Let's see if Terrain is gonna reign supreme. Good luck, my friend. Bring it on! Oof. Oof. Even though I did say bring it on, I do always have that issue where I have to basically decide how am I going to start this fight. So here's the thing. The Jolteon is strong, but Alfred is thick. Not that thick, but he's thick enough to at least take a hit. So we're gonna go for the expanding force, even though I am expecting the Thunderbolt. I am expected to survive it nicely. Sucks that I'm paralyzed, but regardless of that, I'm gonna go with the expanding force. Expanded that force all the way down that Jolteon, hit it with a critical and taking it down. Get out of here, paralyzing me like that. My butler is still standing proud, even though at a bit of a disadvantage due to the fact that now he is paralyzed. We're gonna now switch to the Rillaboom. Oh my goodness. Now it's all grassy. Oh my god, nature's so cool. To be fair, I do like this terrain. Then again, I am playing with psychic terrain, so I'm gonna have to say boo, sir. I'm gonna have to run for the hills right now because I do not want to get destroyed, bopped, and destroyed by the terrain. So right now, let's go into battle. Your job is simple. Take a hit. As it goes for the U-turn, I take it in nicely. Eject button goes through. I escape it because I do not want to go down yet. And I say, Alfred, it's time to come back. Tell the fellow right here he cannot have his way. And gotta tell him nicely that we only serve psychic terrain on this establishment, and we're gonna have to basically pray that I can go in for the attack. I can't, sadly, and Alfred goes down. Sad to say, I should saw that coming. Paralyzed, I do not know the speed of Alfred, but at that point, Rillaboom is honestly fast, and I would not know because I do not own one. I do actually own one, I just do not own one in a team. As Glamora comes in, here's some things that needs to happen. I'm gonna have to go for it. It sucks that I'm gonna have to go for it. I'm gonna have to go for it. I'm gonna have to go for it. Pepito to battle! We're going to basically have to take advantage of this, because if I don't, then basically the Rillaboom comes in, and I lose technically my grassy terrain. I basically lost that fight. I'm gonna have to stick to this fight, and I'm gonna have to flex those muscles by going for a sword stance. We're going to get a +2 in attack as Mortal Spin goes in, poison and Pepito, and now I'm in a timer. Now, sucks. I'm gonna have to basically go for the attack at this point, because Pepito is not going down without taking a body. So once more, Pepito goes in, go for close combat, hit the Glamora, taking it down while I take my defenses down as well. But regardless of that, I am down with some toxic spikes, and at the same time down with the Glamora. We're now at this point where the question is basically brought up. When he brings Gorilla, he's gonna basically do the possible thing he can do, which will be basically bringing the field in, taking my terrain out, so basically priority is no longer a thing. Even though Grassy Glide is not a priority move, even though it's classified as priority, I can take the hit. I believe in Pepito, he can take the hit. So, oh my god, he sends it away as he's bringing out the gold dangle to battle, so he basically is trying to whittle down my Pepito as much as possible, which at this point, it sucks, but regardless of that, we see that he has a grassy seed on him. Oh my goodness, not very effective, but we see that his defenses are up now. That kind of sucks. Now, in most circumstances, I would say it would not be cool for most other Haluchas, but my Pepito's different because he has a dark type with a throat chop, put him in the orange. Not enough to take him down, of course, but he basically goes for the Shadow Ball. Blasted my Pepito, put it in 3. So in other circumstances, Pepito would still be rocking, but because he's poisoned, he's basically gonna be snoozing. As Pepito goes down, I'm gonna now have to deal with the golden pile of coins, which I did not want to deal with yet, but I'm gonna have to deal with now. So at this point, I can't use Encore on it because it basically has a stupid ability. So I'm gonna have to go for the hacks. At this point, I have no choice but to bring the hacks against Mr. Scholar. He is a seeker of knowledge, and I honestly would have loved to remove the problem at hand, but I really want to take him down. So at this point, let's go in for the Night Slash, since I'm gonna go first, and hopefully take down the gold dangle. Not enough to do the deed as he goes for the Shadow Ball, hit it in the hacks, and enough to take it down. Now I basically feel like I made a mistake with the following. I could have basically prevented all that, but I'm gonna have to basically now have to jump in. And now it is the chance turn. So now we're going with a full group, because you know it is a chance that I'm gonna have to come up with a possible solution to get rid of this problem. So on the off chance that I can't take him down with a single bite, I'd rather tidy up right quickly, gain a little bit of speed because I already screwed up. And oh, he's Scarf. Okay, I'm fine with that. because I need another boost in speed. So let's tidy up once more. Expecting the Halucha that's coming in soon. We're about to see that he's gonna go for another Shadow Ball. Unless it, oh no, never mind. I was overthinking it. Either way, even though he's not, on the off chance he does not bring the Halucha in, there's also the chance that I'm gonna have to deal with the Rillaboom, which of course I'm gonna get destroyed by Grassy Glide. And that's what it is. I'm just gonna try to take as much as I can and take and force him to a position where he either will be forced to keep the terrain or forced to keep the Rillaboom. Now, mostly I will give it up, but I did not think I was gonna get outsped being paralyzed. You tend to learn things. Then again, I made it max speed. But regardless of that, Comfort comes in the field. Of course, I forgot about this thing has one little ability that honestly screws me over. Do they all have Grassy Seed? Wait, what? Okay. I'm gonna get destroyed regardless by the priority draining Kiss. There's nothing I can do about it. That's cute. So, at this point, I'm stuck in a little bit of a loop here that I'm gonna try to exploit. And we're bringing in the hats. So, this became a stalling battle. I do not want to deal with this guy right quick. As he's gonna go for the Calm Mind, I'm basically gonna have to take advantage of that and tell him right quickly, stop it. Now, true enough, even if I paralyze it, it's still not gonna stop its stupid ability, which at that point I don't really care much about it because I'm gonna have to make do with what I have, pray on Lady Paraluck, and tell this little thing you can only do mid damage, and you're gonna still be doing mid damage because I'm not gonna have you doing anything more than that. So stay at that, stay at that, stay at that. And on top of that, I don't even need to hit you. And ow. I don't even need to hit you in the special side when I can still hit you on the physical side. With Side Shot going through, oh my god, wait, that thing is bulky. Oh well, of course it did do the seed. So let's go for a Draining Kiss, as I'm gonna still need to rely on Paraluck. I know I'm being stingy, but I do not want to go down that simple. I do like living, thank you very much, and I also like the sweet taste of something known as the W, aka victory. So as Paralyzation goes through twice, Draining Kiss connects on the comfy, and I am still standing. I still need you for the job of basically taking a hit, as I'm gonna have to basically hope that you do not get destroyed by the Rillaboom. And I need to have pop it off, because at this point the Rillaboom comes in. I'm gonna have to deal with also the Halucha afterwards, as this match is getting close. I am gonna get destroyed regardless though. But regardless of that, Hat, I need you to take a hit. It is all you needed to do. So right quickly, take a hit. And deal with that knockoff, because you got nothing on you regardless of that. As Draining Kiss connects, taking some health off the Rillaboom. I'm still fine with what you got, sir. But not enough to take another hit. I do appreciate you recovering mine, so let's go with Mystical Fire at this point. He's gonna hit me with a hard move as he puts me in the orange as I go with Mystical Fire. Not enough to take him down, of course. But at least enough to keep me alive, as I'm gonna go basically for the Draining Kiss. The Hat's still alive. Her job's still very simple. She needs to keep taking hits. Even though it was only supposed to be one hit, I'm gonna hear from it later, because this was not part of the deal. I understand Hat, and I also understand that he's about to switch. So, bringing out the Halucha, I basically tell him one thing. Give me that health back. As you're basically gonna flex hard enough to basically stay on the defensive. I understand I have one of you too. I'm basically gonna go Draining Kiss, landing that nicely, and gaining my health back. So, at this point, it goes as follows. I need the health, and I'm gonna keep Draining Kiss into oblivion. As the hat survives the hit once more, I am so proud of my hat. Surviving the hit once more, and gaining some health back, enough to survive a grassy glide. But not only that, on the off chance that my teapot comes in, I still have my sash on. So if Milliman comes in, I am so proud of my hat. This man was trying to make this a battle of attrition. But at the end of the day, the hat is built for it. As Grassy Glide connects, putting my hat in the red, and Draining Kiss connects, hitting the Rillaboom and getting the down. Oh god, let's go hats! Oh dude, like I was like, oh my god, for how long can I keep the hat alive? And the hat basically said, I got this, I got this. I mean, I'm still mad at you for making me take a lot of hits, but regardless of that, lScholar, good games, man, good game. Okay, I couldn't think of a better outro, and to be fair, first fight was awesome. Second fight, Widget, oh my god, you brought it back, my guy. And third fight, lScholar, I'm more surprised I brought that back. But anyway, hopefully I'll be able to see you guys tomorrow, because I'm going to be basically out working this afternoon, and I can't really, I don't know if by the time I clock out I'm gonna have enough time to play. I'm gonna be exhausted, and on top of that, I don't even know if it's gonna be available automatically on the Switch upon the time that it's released, or it's gonna be released later. So there's that to be going on. So if anything, Wednesday might be when I post something, or Thursday. But anyway, thanks so much for joining me. Don't forget to leave a subscribe if you're enjoying the content. Hopefully, I get to see you guys tomorrow with some Pokemon Champions. Till then, I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Oh god, that took a minute.